Employee State Insurance Scheme. An industrial worker is exposed to the risk of occupational diseases and accidents, and it is the employer's responsibility to provide insurance for them. The ESI Act, passed in 1948, is an important measure of social security and health insurance in India. It is the step towards the social security of factory workers. Employee State Insurance Scheme of India is a multi-dimensional self-financing social security system for Indian workers, tailored to provide socio-economic protection to worker population and their dependents covered under the scheme. The fund is managed by the Employee State Insurance Corporation, that is ESIC, according to rules and regulations stipulated in the ESI Act 1948. ESIC is a statutory body. The administrative ministry is Ministry of Labour and Employment, Government of India. The applicability of ESI service is: the Act is applicable to power using non-seasonal factories wherein 10 or more persons were employed. The scheme has been extended to shops, hotels, restaurants, cinemas, including preview theatres, road motor transport undertakings, and newspaper establishments employing 20 or more persons. The scheme has been extended to private medical and educational institutions employing 20 or more persons in certain states. The existing wage limit for coverage under the Act is Rs 15,000 per month. The ESIS contribution is: the employer's contribution is 4.75% of gross salary. The employee's contribution is 1.75% of gross salary. So the total ESI contribution is 6.5% of gross salary. The new amendment is: the ESIC raised the monthly wages limit to 10,000 to 21,000 from the existing rupees 15,000 for coverage with the effect from 1st January 2017. The rate of contribution was reduced from 6.5% to 4%, in that employer's share is 3.25% and employee's share is 0.75%, which effective from 1st July 2019. Employee State Insurance Scheme provides several benefits like medical benefit, sickness benefit, maternity benefit, disablement benefit, dependence benefit, funeral benefits, and rehabilitation benefit. The first is medical benefit. The medical benefits are given not only to the workers but to all the members of their family. It includes provision of free and complete medical care during sickness, maternity, and employment injury. Services comprise outpatient care, inpatient care, domiciliary care, specialist services, ambulance services. Outdoor services are rendered in ESI dispensaries or at the clinics of panel of private doctors. One dispensary is for 1,000 workers and their families. Indoor services are given in ESI hospitals in big cities. There is also provision of supply of appliance free of cost as per the approved list, such as dentures, hearing aids, spectacles, artificial limbs, walking calipers, spinal braces, hernia belts, etc. The next is sickness benefit. It consists of periodical cash payments to an insured person in case of sickness, if his sickness is duly certified by an insurance medical practitioner. The benefit is payable for a maximum period of 56 days in a year. There are some diseases for which extended sickness benefits is payable for 309 days, and the diseases are tuberculosis, leprosy, mental diseases, malignant diseases. Some diseases for which extended disease sickness benefit is payable for 124 days. The diseases are bronchiectasis, myocardial infarction, Parkinson's disease, anemia. The insured person is protected from dismissal or discharge from service by the employer during sickness period. The third one is maternity benefit. Maternity benefit consists of periodical cash payments in case of confinement or miscarriage or sickness arising out of pregnancy, confinement, premature birth of child or miscarriage to an insured woman as certified by a duly appointed medical officer or midwife. The benefits are for child delivery for a total period of 12 weeks beginning not more than 6 weeks before the expected date of childbirth. For miscarriage, for a period of 6 weeks following the date of miscarriage. For sickness arising out of pregnancy, confinement, premature birth of child, or miscarriage, for an additional period of up to 4 weeks. Medical bonus is lump sum payment made to an insured woman or the wife of insured person in case she does not avail medical facility from an ESI hospital at the time of delivery. The amount of bonus is rupees 2500. The third one is disablement benefit. Disablement benefit is admissible for disablement caused by employment injury. At the first insurance, temporary disablement benefit is payable as long as the temporary disability lasts. If the employment injury result in partial or total permanent disability, permanent disablement benefit is payable till the date of the insured person. The daily benefit rate for permanent and temporary disablement is roughly equivalent to about 100% of the wage rate. For permanent partial disablement, the rate of benefit is proportionate to the percentage of loss of earning capacity. The benefit is paid for Sundays also. The next is dependence benefit. Dependence benefit is paid as a family pension to the dependents of a deceased insured person in the event of death due to employment injury or occupational diseases and is equivalent to about 70% of the wages. The eligible members are a widow can receive this benefit on monthly basis for life or till her remarriage. A son or daughter can receive this benefit till 25 years of age. Other dependents like parents including a widow mother can also receive this benefit under certain conditions. The first installment is payable within a maximum of 3 months following the death of an insured person and therefore on a regular monthly basis. The next is funeral expenses. Funeral expenses are in the nature of a lump sum payment of rupees 10,000 which were revised from the 5,000 in April 2011 made to defray the expenditure on the funeral of deceased insured person. The amount is paid either to the eldest surviving member of the family or in his absence to the person who actually incurs the expenditures on the funeral. The next is rehabilitation benefit. Insured workers who require artificial limbs are provided with artificial limbs and also the cash allowance equivalent to the sickness benefits rate at the time when they are admired for provision replacement of artificial limbs. Insured workers who are permanently handicapped continue to get medical treatment. So these all are the benefits which is covered under the employee state insurance scheme.